Hi guys, Stephen Hales here. This is the DSD Hangout for the Dream Team. The Dream Team is a UK-based team and an American-based team. So we're going to give you the insights and tell you how you can start making money on eBay, on Amazon, online today. So we've got lots to share, and one thing that a lot of people get confused about, or they don't quite understand in business is
Hi guys,
that
Stephen Hales.
it.
This is the
I've just got a
DST
noise in the
Hangout
background.
for the
Sorry.
Dream.
There we go. It's gone. There we go. So they get started in a business and they don't have the support at hand. And the support that we've got in DS Domination in the UK, it's been building up over the last year that DS Domination's been going. And we've got such a situation now where we've got a load of support. So whatever you need answering, it's been asked before, and you can look things up, you can reference it. Or if you can't find the information, you ask it in the Facebook groups, and it really gives people that nice safe place that they can just ask a question. So it's not bombarding your sponsor or bombarding people that maybe don't have as much knowledge on the given subject that you want to get the answer to. So it's a really powerful resource is the Facebook groups. So let me tell you just a bit about DS Domination for a start. If you're totally brand new, you've never seen it before, you don't know what it's all about. What we do in DS Domination is we drop ship products, and drop shipping is where you take an item from a let's say this supplier, and you get the details of it, so you get the pictures and the description, and you put it onto this site, and this site over here is eBay or Amazon. You go and list the item there, you put in the product title, the description, and the pictures, and then you wait for a sale. And we show you how to do all this. It's a copy and paste system, but there's a few extra techniques that will boost your rank on that item, that will get more eyes on your item and generate more sales for you. So all this is in the training. The training that we are selling with DS Domination is in different levels. The first level is called the Pro Training, and at that level it costs you $20 to get started, $19.95, which is about £12.50, and that gives you 19 videos. It also gives you webinars, and it also gives you automation tools so that you can start generating an income online. Once you've gone through these videos, you will be in you'll have a lot of knowledge, and that knowledge is going to be constantly updated by watching the webinars. So let's talk about the webinars. They're in place every single week by the owner of the company, Roger Langille. He puts the webinars together. He goes down and he types away and shows you exactly how to research good items to sell, and get them good items up onto eBay and start generating your own income. So it's a really powerful resource. We've got some guests down here. So we've got Oberon and we've got Neil. Let's just go to you guys, or gals. Oberon. Let's go to you first then. Let's take people from. They haven't heard about DS Domination, don't know anything. What's your little snapshot of what DS Domination is?
Well, for a start, what cave have you lot been living in? DS Domination is really getting some traction in the UK at the minute. DS for me is it's a training course that shows you how to build an e-commerce business. I mean, there's no two ways about it. This isn't some airy-fairy course where you're only going to make money by giving this course to other people. This is real training, just like going back to school essentially, showing you exactly how to build a successful e-commerce, right from drop shipping all the way up to sourcing your own products from manufacturers and having them branded. We cater for all levels here. It's brilliant. I've been right through from start to finish, and it's just, I don't think you would get this sort of training outside a bricks and mortar university. Put it this way, I would not think twice about paying for the training that I've had if it was being offered by the Open University. And I'm currently doing a degree with those. And the courses that we offer here at DS, they're certainly of some of the courses I've done with the Open University, these are of higher quality, I'll tell you that. And they don't come with a textbook you could brain somebody with. It's it really is a full package, and I love it, and it's presented in such a fun way. And the owners are, well, they're sweethearts, they really are. And it's a fun way of starting a business. And myself, like Neil, I've owned bricks and mortar businesses, and I tell you what, if somebody could have come to me at the start and said, right, you know what, instead of putting, and I'm not going to tell you how much these businesses cost me, but put it this way, I didn't get much change out of 100 grand. If somebody had come to me and said, here's a course that you can watch when the kids are in bed with a bottle of wine, you can watch these and get your business up and running for the price of a large pizza instead of that 100 grand, I know what I would have done. Yeah,
definitely. I've just got to plug the event next week for people that they might watch the YouTube channel. They might watch the first 10 minutes of it. I want to tell you that next week what we are doing is we've got a really good hangout, and we've got some of the top leaders in DS Domination coming on here to share what their experience of DS Domination is and how it can help you make your first bit of money online and any other $1,000 or whatever income level you are aiming for. So make sure you're here next Wednesday night, 9 p.m. Because it's going to be a very, very special hangout. So back to Oberon. It's a very interesting point about the level of the training, the quality of the training, because a lot of people do. They study for years to do all get all this knowledge, and then when they come to apply it, it's outdated knowledge that it's not really effective in the marketplace that they've tried to get knowledge of. It is totally different, isn't it? With it being updated constantly.
Oh yeah, I mean, my Open University course, I'm doing a business degree, and half the stuff I'm learning, bearing in mind, I have actually run a real business. I'm doing this course, and I'm thinking, that's so 10 years ago. People do not run a business like that anymore. Whereas with DS, we're essentially getting software updates every week because Roger gives up time to sit and he does at least, I think it's 2 webinars every week. Where he does one for the pro level, and he does one for the elite level as well. So it's the guys that have just started, and it's also then the guys who have been with us a little while. So instead of just leaving you to it, it's constantly updated, which is fabulous. And anything new he comes across, he lets you know straight away. So it's never outdated. The only way it would come outdated is if you just didn't bother watching the training or watching the Hangouts later on. And they're recorded, so you've got no excuse really, which is great because, again, it's not a case of you really must be there at 2 o'clock in the morning to watch these things. They're recorded for us, which is brilliant.
Yeah. Sorry, I took some photos during that. I was trying to get away with it and sneak it, but it actually made a sound. But anyway,
and a massive flash, which kind of gives it away.
And a massitive flash.
He's going to draw hats on that later.
I'll try and be more subtle next time. I've lost my train of thought. Oberon, just prompt me on the last thing you just said.
The training is never out of date as long as you're watching the webinars, and they're recorded. So it's brilliant. You've got essentially a back catalogue then that you can go through at your leisure and pick up bits and bobs, which is brilliant.
Yeah. So let me tell you about the guest that we've got on next week. Did you see the most recent training in the pro level?
Oh yes.
Yes. Guess who I've got on next week?
Oh, is it Mr. Shirt and Tie Guy?
Mr. Shirt and Tie Guy.
Woo!
Jax T. Morris is coming on next week. Do you want to tell about this guy? What sort of training does this guy put out?
Oh, he's fabulous. He really is lovely, so friendly, and he's really, he gives out some brilliant sort of gold nugget on the training. Anyway, he gave out some brilliant advice. He was brilliant. He's very charismatic, and I love his ties.
Yeah, and
Oh, yes, ladies love a well-dressed man.
Yeah, so he said he's going to dress up for us as well. So I look forward to that. I was just saying, Kevin, how are you doing?
Good evening, eventually.
Good evening. You managed to make it. I was just explaining our special guest next week is the guy that did the pro training with Roger just this last week on the 15th of October. He did the training. He's going to be on the Hangout next week along with another special guest that you know quite well, Kevin.
Kenya.
We've got Kenya Alu coming on the Hangout next week. So she is the leader of the Dream Team over in the US. She's built up a lot of network marketing companies. She knows a lot about network marketing, internet marketing, eBay, e-commerce, and she's a fantastic person to learn from. Do you want to tell us a bit more about her, Kevin? You probably know more about her than I do.
Yeah, well, do I know more about her? I've done quite a bit of work with Kenya. She's very ethical. She's very honest. She speaks her mind. If you're stepping out of line, she'll soon let you know. Just took a picture.
Me. Carry on, as though I didn't.
But she's very loyal as well to Roger. When I first met Roger back in May, and Kevin and Hitesh, Kenya was in the room as well. Came up to the suite and met Roger, and Roger's children run up and gave her a big hug. So they obviously know each other reasonably well, as I say. She's heading up the Dream Team along with her partner Alessandro and Trent Weidman. So that's the three sort of main guys at the top there. The Dream Team is huge. I mean, I thought we had quite a good membership in our team, but their membership is nearly 7 times the size of ours. They've got some fantastic tools in place for support and training, and because anybody who joins with us is in the Dream Team, they automatically get access to those tools. They develop training modules outside of what the DSD program gives you for affiliate work and that sort of thing, and also obviously training on actually using the platforms. And various marketing tools, which I wouldn't know where to start to create them, to be quite honest. So, very talented people, very loyal people, pleasure to work with. So, yeah, that's.
And they've put a lot into DS Domination money-wise. They've put a lot back into creating their own system, haven't they? With the additional tools. So the additional tools are for affiliates. If you want to grow an affiliate, pass this opportunity on to other people, they've created this marketing and sales funnel. So in layman's terms, basically you give somebody a link, they go and check out that website, and it's all set up for you. It's dead easy, a few steps, and you've set up this sales funnel. And then it feeds them information about DS Domination, what's going on. It keeps them updated with the latest happenings with DS Domination. So if you're, in DS Domination, in the Dream Team, really, take advantage of the tools that they've put in the Dream Team website. And like Kevin said, you can only have access to all that extra stuff if you are part of the Dream Team. So it's huge. I mean, there's a lot of money being put into that. I've worked with people on systems like that, and it's just tens of thousands of dollars like put into them systems, and a ridiculous amount of time as well.
Yeah, the time factor. They do put a lot of time in. They hold webinars and hangouts and things. Obviously a lot of these get recorded as well. They're very useful, and they get put in the back office of the Dream Team. If you join in this group, as I say, you can access all of that. You can watch their trainings as well. So if you want to build, you know, a more serious business, or you just need some help, it's all there for you. Which of course, if you just join in, you might not want to build a serious business. You want to keep it fairly small, where you can do that as well. So, you know, the options are all there basically for everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's bring Neil out. He's probably gone to sleep behind the camera there. Are you still there, Neil?
I'm watching and listening intently, Stephen.
Oh, that's fantastic to know. Tell us, Neil, about the you know, the support that we've got in Facebook groups and things like that with the Dream Team.
Yeah, I suppose really what I wanted to say was just to say to people that apart from Kevin, obviously, I'm quite a bit older than you and Oberon, and going back a few years, Joy and myself, that's my other half, my beautiful wife Joy, we were very successful in network marketing, in a traditional offline network marketing long before the internet was around. And in those days, we got involved with the company, and there was no support. Joy and I had to build our own support system. We started, somebody kind of recruited us into this thing and then said, right, get on with it, you know. And we thought, well, how do we get on with it? And to cut the long story short, I mean, in those days, it was all hotel meetings and meetings at home and that kind of thing. But we had to develop that. We drove the length and breadth of the country. And we did become very successful, but there was no support. The support stopped at us, you know, and the way we termed it was, we stumbled forward, you know, by making mistakes, falling over and thinking, oh, well, we'll do it differently next time. And having looked at various other businesses on the internet, bringing it up to date, a couple of years or so ago, well, probably 18 months, 2 years ago, we started looking at internet businesses, because we decided that maybe people were making money online, and perhaps we ought to have a look at it. And we saw lots and lots of businesses, and they basically were very much, you know, oh, spend, you know, $3,000, buy this product, and then go and sell it to somebody else, and it didn't fit well with us. You know, it didn't sit right, that because we just thought, well, hang on, we're trying to sell something here that's fresh air. We saw DS Domination, and one of the things that, apart from the fact that the business model itself, which was teaching us to use two global companies like Amazon and eBay, which obviously, you know, that kind of said to me, well, you know, they're not going away. We joined the Facebook groups, and we saw the level of support, you know, the training, as you and Oberon have already mentioned, in the back office, the webinars that you don't often see company owners that will sit there for an hour at a time recording training webinars for brand new people week in, week out. We saw that, but we also saw then the Facebook groups, and the fact that if somebody asked a question in that Facebook group, within seconds sometimes, even at ridiculous hours of the day, somebody else would jump on and answer the question for them. And I thought, that's amazing. You know, that there is this level of support that I've never, ever seen before. And that said to me, you know, there's something different about DS Domination. There's something, you know, for £12.50 at the entry level, the pro level, for £12.50 a month, this is absolutely unbelievable. And it only gets better. You know, as you already said, the Dream Team, the systems they put in place cost, because I personally, what I do as the day job, if you will, I work for myself, but I do some technical support on the internet for people, and I know what it costs to put together things like the support system, the sales funnels, and things. And we're talking not just the initial development, but the hosting and everything else. We're talking in tens and tens and tens of thousands of dollars, or pounds, if you will, to develop those systems and keep them in place. So yeah, support is second to none, and I will honestly say that, you know, I've never seen support like it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've got the we've got the Facebook groups, which are, you know, the place where you get your questions answered, and then if you've got international people joining as well, you've got a support structure already in place. You can put them into the Dream Team in the US group, and then they can answer, you know, international specific questions in them groups. One of the bonuses that we've got in the UK with our support groups is that a lot of people in the UK are a little bit lost and a little bit, you know, there's little what's it called, nuances, is it? Where little variations in things, and it really can drive people to distraction because they just want that little bit answered. So if they're in the US group, they can't really get that question answered because it doesn't relate to them. They're not in the UK. So by plugging into our system, it really gives them that, you know, peace of mind that, that's it. So somebody's had this experience before. There's another 30 people in the group that can say, oh yeah, I did that, and it was just this little button here, and right, okay. It's little things that make a huge difference, like that.
And the other thing is, Stephen, about the UK is that we're all awake pretty much at the same time.
Yeah.
As opposed to, you know, if you're linked to the US, then you can be anything from 5 to 8 hours apart. So while they're asleep, you're awake, and when you need an answer, you know, you might be waiting, you know, as you said, just a silly little thing. But, yeah. You know, you could post a question, and if it's just somebody in California, then, you know, they're asleep while you're awake. So it's great to have the UK support and backup. And, you know, although we're very closely linked, if you will, to the Americans, you know, as the government would have, say, we've got that special relationship. There are differences, and it's great that, you know, you can talk to somebody that's from Yorkshire or Oxfordshire or Grimsby, and get the answer.
Yeah, absolutely. And I don't mind taking phone calls from you know, people on my team as well, and it's nice to have that rather than an international phone call, or you've got to get on the computer and then Skype somebody. I mean, online it works, but it's always nicer to pick up your phone and just dial up. Oh yeah, there you go, and I've spoken to somebody, and just got their question answered straight away. It's little things. So we've got, moving on then, we've got different income streams with DS Domination, with the eBay side of things, the Amazon side of things, and then the affiliate side of things, and more to come in the future. So these ones here, I just wanted to do a little bit of a screenshot. I'll just set it up a bit. There we go. Let's just go back. I want to see how this will work. There we go. So I'm just going to do a screen share and show you some proof on here. There we go. So can you see the screen now? Present to everyone. You are screen sharing, presenting to everyone. Happy, everybody? Thumbs up? Yeah, you got it, okay. So, on here, who is making money with DS Domination? Screenshots would be great. The eBay end, not the affiliate end. So what this means is he's not interested in this particular example of passing on the opportunity and getting paid for, you know, telling people about DS Domination. He just wants a screenshot about eBay, and I think there's a few down here with Amazon as well. So this, by the way, is Roger Langille. This is the guy we were speaking about earlier, the co-founder of DS Domination. He's a $1.2 to $1.8 million power seller. So he knows his stuff. Let's just zoom this up a bit. Let's see if this works. Sometimes it's hard on. That's better, isn't it? So who's making money with DS Domination? I've been averaging 1 to 3 sales daily with 100% positive feedback. So there we go, 3 sales today. So some of these screenshots are probably hard to see, but let's see what this does. Look at this. So you've got the dates down the side here. On the 17th, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I don't know, 6, 7 sales there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the 16th, 1, 2, 3, and all them on the 15th. So there's a lot of sales there. Okay. I sold 3 of the same items over the past 2 days. I sold 2 of another item over the past 3 days. Made $25 in profit past 3 days with my pro listings. So here they're referencing the pro training, which is the $20 training, and he's making $25 in profits just in that. $40 profit on an item there. Every day or every other day making sales. Look at this for a screenshot. Let's see this. So what's this showing us? Sold in the last 31 days. 161 items listed, sold 172, so repeat sales of some items, and the amount $19,000. So again, incredible. Always making money, Imran there. Another one here, $200 plus day. Items sold and paid for. So these are the notifications that people are getting on their phones. You know, the $150 profit day. This is an Amazon one. So from October the 9th to I don't know, maybe to date or something at 9,000. Look at this one. 42,000 total sales. Killing it on Amazon. 1,200, and it just goes on. I'll try. You know, there's just so many of these. Birthday making sales, and then we've got in here. So this is Arabella. She's in the UK. She's just been off to travel the world, basically, and I think it shows her sales down here. So another one here, 3,500. That's eBay sales. 4,000 eBay sales. Sold items, 26 there. So look at this for a screenshot. Your item sold. All these dates here: 10th, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. Where is hers? As you can see, it's quite a long list of a lot of people's sales. 3,000. I was going to show. Where's hers?
I think it's important to point out as well, Steve, that a lot of these guys on here are UK people.
Yeah.
Obviously, people are seeing dollars, but quite a few of these guys are in the UK in our team. Arabella's in our team, for instance.
I was trying to look at her. So this one, for example, look at this. Bill Seal, Greece sends love to Roger. Thank you for giving this chance for many families. Look at the screenshot here. So he's made $18,000 in the last 60 days, and then this is Amazon sales. In the last 30 days, he's up to 13,000 with 41 units sold. So Bill is in Greece. So this works international. Bill's actually built a team in Greece as well, and they're all plugging into the training, and the results from his team are awesome. So it is international. What they're doing there is they're actually listing stuff, in the US, and that's why it's coming up with the dollar symbols. They're listing on Amazon.com and eBay.com, so that's why they're getting paid in dollars. So there's no, you don't have to work in the UK. We teach you how to be international.
E-commerce, basically.
Well, exactly. So this one from Arabella here, it just says down the bottom here, she's made 65,000 in sales, and basically changed her life because of what DS Domination has done. And she said it's a dream come true. So yeah, that's Arabella, and she'll be on the Hangout next week as well, so she can tell us her story.
Can I just jump in there, Stephen, for a second?
You certainly can, yeah.
Yeah, Arabella, for those of you that know her, you will know that 2 weeks ago she took off and spent a week in Ibiza. She came back, landed, spent probably a few hours in the country, and immediately took off and spent a week in Portugal and got back today. And during all of that time that she was away, in basically enjoying herself, she took a laptop with her, plugged into the local Wi-Fi in the hotel or wherever, made sales, placed orders, and earned money while she was enjoying herself in the Mediterranean. And I can't think of a better kind of business than something that allows you to do that.
Yeah, exactly. So that was just to show you, the huge amount of people making a lot of money with eBay and Amazon, and that was not even including the affiliate side. So once you start making these sales, I think Oberon, you touch on that you're an accidental affiliate. Do you want to just touch on how easy it is once you start getting results to pass this opportunity on to other people?
Well, I got started in DSD last November. Actually, I'm coming up to my 1-year anniversary, and I started with DSD. The main draw for me was, my friend said, selling on eBay, and I was like, oh, I like selling on eBay. There's no recruiting. I'm in. Sign me up. That was pretty much it. Because I'd come from a background where I was working with a particular cosmetics company, and we were told, to get new reps in, you have to go and door knock, you have to leaflet, you have to do this. And I came to DSD thinking, you know what, I don't want to speak to another human being ever again. So the fact there was no recruiting was really handy. And I started, testing the product, and a lot of people were saying to me, so what are you doing with yourself now? I said, look, I'm working on something right now. I don't want to tell you about it because I want to see if it works first before I go announcing it to the world. And I tell you what, within 2 weeks, I had so many people ask me what I was up to and was it working. I said, look, it's working at the moment, but I'm going to give it a full 30 days. After 2 weeks, I opened the gates because I had so many people asking me, and then I was getting results. I got my first sale. I signed up in the morning, dropped the kids off at school, came home, signed up in the morning, and I still remember to this day this feeling of trepidation, putting in my credit card details for that whole £12.50, thinking, oh my goodness, am I doing the right thing? Because as a parent, you do, and it was just me and the kids, and I was getting by on my savings, and I was thinking, am I making a massive mistake here? So, anybody watching this who is thinking the same thing, I totally get you. And I was thinking, my goodness, is this being irresponsible? Really, I should be buying the kids whatever it is that the kids need at that moment. And I put my credit card details in, I watched the training, I listed 5 items, closed my computer down, went to go and get the kids from school. 1.5 hours later, I was having a coffee with my best friend, and I was trying to work up the courage to tell her what I'd gone and done. And my phone went off in my pocket, and there was this little ka-ching. And I was like, what the hell is that? What the hell is that? And that was my first ever sale, and it was a whole £5.30. So straight away, that was pretty much half my fees. It was the first £5 I'd ever earned online. It was the first money I'd ever earned online, and there may have been dancing, but that was that was sort of my first day. And after that, the sales started coming in pretty regular. And after 2 weeks, I just thought to myself, you know what, I have to start telling people about this, because I knew there were people on my friends list on Facebook who were, it was getting close to Christmas. People were starting to worry where the Christmas presents were going to come from, and I thought, you know what, I have to tell people about this because it is working. We're not talking millions overnight. You know, you want to be a millionaire overnight, you go ahead and buy yourself a lottery ticket, love. But, you know, it was working, it was bringing money in, and I wasn't having to recruit. In fact, like I said, I didn't tell a single person about it until I was getting these results. So, you know, the no recruiting thing was awesome for me, and I was also, like I said, an accidental recruiter, because at the end of the day I didn't want to, but it was stopping the buggers from joining up, to be quite honest with you. And once people see results, they will just say, well, what are you doing? And you say, well, this is what I'm doing. You know,
yeah.
it's not really recruiting. It's simply telling people that you're having a whale of a time. And I tell you what, if I could be out there on that beach with Bella, I would be.
Yeah. So
Excuse me.
the easiest way to introduce the opportunity to people is by getting results in it and just sharing your results on there.
Yeah, even, you know, I mean, I was like, oh my goodness, £5. You know, after the event, you know, after the sort of squealing and the dancing had finished, I was thinking, you know what, £5, that's, you know, that's not the millions. And you see these blokes, and they're sitting there on the hood of the Lamborghini. We've all seen those photos with the bloke sitting on the Lamborghini, looking smug, with his silly shades on. And you just think, oh my goodness, you know, this isn't in that sort of league. My £5.30, but I tell you what, I was so proud of that £5.30. I can't tell you. But at the end of the day, it's real and it's honest, and it's not. I didn't have to get that money because one of my reps placed an order, and because I've got a certain amount of group sales, and because I've done this and because I've done that. Oh my goodness. Where's your Lamborghini? You need your proper Lamborghini. Oh, that's better.
I actually can't see anything without my glasses. Glasses on underneath.
Do you know what you need? You need those little, like, clip-on sunshade things. You know what? I'm pretty certain I know somebody selling them on eBay. You could get them on eBay.
So did you have to run around and chase people to join up, or
No.
have you done that in the past and it's been?
Oh, yeah. Like I said, it used to be door knocking. Anybody that's worked with any of the big major, should we call them catalogue companies, it's door knocking, it's raining, it's windy, it's cold, it's wet, there are bears, you still have to go out. Whereas with this, you know, it's completely different. And if you are looking to build a residual income, once you get those first results, you can't stop people from joining because it's real. And it doesn't matter. Like I said, I don't have to recruit. You know, I mean, I'm a very accidental recruiter. People join me because they seem to like me for some unknown reason, and you know, they join me, and you know, and I help people get going because that's what I do. But I also make money on the other side with the product itself, which you've got to admit is a little bit, you know, it's a little bit unheard of. Essentially, in some of these packages. So I'm chuffed to little mint balls. I am.
Yeah. And I think Neil said earlier about selling hot air.
Do you know what? I don't sell hot air. I sell bins. I sell hideous dinnerware. If you have ever bought ugly dinnerware on eBay, I'm sorry, it's probably one of mine. I'm not kidding. This set had a moose on it, and I only listed it as a bet, and it turned out to be one of my best sellers. So hideous dinnerware is where it's at, people. But you know, I don't sell airy fairy. I sell dinner plates. I sell moose, ugly ass dinner plates.
Did you have to chase around them people to try and find that weird person that would find a moose plate, you know, appealing?
I'm afraid that the bad news is for humanity, there are too many people out there who actually bought them without me even having to do a thing. They bought them while I was asleep. I woke up in the morning with like, oh my goodness, there is somebody else in Texas with no taste.
Yeah, fantastic. So what else have we got to share with people with, you know, they come and join the dream team? What are they going to expect from like when they upgrade, Kevin? What have we got for them in the elite group?
They start off at the obviously at the pro level. Pro is eBay and Amazon, as we know. But the object there is it's not just about the supplier we're using, but one of the main reasons we start with eBay and Amazon is because they're very familiar to people, and people feel confident working with those two platforms. But really and truly, it's kind of it's part of your apprenticeship, if you like, or your learning curve, that we start you there to get you to learn all the tricks and all the things that we've learnt and we've learned from Roger over a 10-year period on how to list on eBay. 85% of people who've sold on eBay have lost money. 85%, and that's because the majority of people are selling a second-hand item they bought for more money at an earlier date. 85% of people selling with DS Domination are making money, if not more, because we teach them how to do that, how to do the sums, how to make sure they've covered all their fees so that they end up with a profit. But more importantly, we teach them how to use eBay properly, because we can all list a product on eBay, all of us. It's not difficult to do. If you've got an eBay account, take a picture, list it on there. But with the techniques that we've developed in DS, you'll be at the top of the search pages. Your products get seen, you know, they really do get seen because of the techniques, and that's the difference. So we do that at the pro level, and then once we feel with people that once they've done that and they've perfected all those techniques, we then encourage them to move up to the elite package. There's only 2 subscriptions. That's the pro level at £12, and then the elite package is, I think it's £60 a month. But nobody, absolutely nobody, forces anybody to go to that level until they're ready. But the difference with us, particularly in the global team, because we've set up our own group, is that when you go to the elite level, you're now working with about 25 different suppliers and also different platforms to sell on, not just eBay. So you then look at increasing the size of your business, increasing the size of the turnover, increasing the profit. But as I say, we don't encourage people to do that until they're ready. So that's all there. That's all waiting for people. So if you've got a bit of a business mind and you're planning ahead, you can join at Pro. You're going to hear people talking about sort of making 2, 3, 4, you know, maybe £500-600 if they do really well a month. And some people might think, well, no, I need a business. I need something bigger than that. It's there. It's at the next level. And, you know, it's progressive. You can move up to that level, as you know. So that's what's waiting for them.
Yeah, fantastic. So if you're looking at DS Domination for the first time, I think you've got a good insight of what we've got to offer here, the level of support that we've got here, the integrity of the business model, and everything else that we've mentioned on this Hangout, you know, so far. If you want to join, get in touch with anybody in the team and find their link. Ask for further information if you need it, and take a serious look at it. This is a £12.50, you know, investment in your future. And I know that, you know, like Oberon said earlier, it is a decision, and you've got to make sure that it's the right decision. But literally £12.50. Try it for a month. If it's not for you, it's not for you. That's totally fine. But at least step over the mark and dig into them videos, and you'll soon find that it's a real powerful platform, and it can take you to whatever level you want. Just as a reminder then, next week is going to be a real special Hangout. We've got 2 really top leaders, top performers in the eBay side of things, the Amazon side of things, and the affiliate side of things as well. So top leaders, you need to be on this Hangout next week, 9 PM, and we will really blow it out of the water. So we'll see you then. Is there any other comments, guys, on this?
Not really. No. I mean, I think the business model that I use to people who are considering getting in was my market trading experience, which was nearly 30 years ago now. Something like that. It was nearly 30 years ago, and I started off with a market stall. I went and brought some products, put them on the market stall, sold them, kept all the profit to reinvest in the business. Went back and brought some more products, and that took me over a year to build that business up to a decent level. And I had this amazing market stall. It was 24 foot wide and 20 foot deep, full of electrical products. Which was Sony Walkmans in those days, which will tell you how long ago it was. It really was hard work. I was getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, going and building the shop. Stephen, don't laugh at the Sony Walkmans. They were fantastic.
I had one.
You had one. And it was getting up at 5. It was going and setting up the market stall, doing that every weekend. I only did it at the weekends. I worked during the week. And eventually I got to this massive stall and had a wonderful Christmas where we sold an awful lot of product. And then I, took a lot of money heading up towards Christmas. Then I had to go and buy the stock again. And I looked at the market stall one day and I thought, this is just crazy. I'm working my socks off, but I've always got about £10,000 to £20,000 worth of stock on the shelves. It's always there. That's lost money. It's never my money. With DS Domination, you're essentially building a market stall. You're building an online shop, but you don't have to invest your profit back into the stock. It's just, and I think it's a phenomenal concept. It's very clever. That's it.
Absolutely. Oberon, any final words?
Oh, excuse me. Well, put it this way. In a year with DS, like I said, I'm coming up to my 1 year. I'm going to for Christmas in 52 days. I'm going to Florida for 3 weeks to see my family, paid for by my DS business. And when we come back, my DS business is also allowing me to move to Florida permanently. So if I'm happy enough and my very, very overpriced lawyer is willing to put this business in front of the US Embassy, you haven't really got an excuse. So give it a go. £12.50 could grow you a really nice looking business. If I'd have found this 5-6 years ago, imagine where I would be now. Instead, I'm just going to be in Florida. Oh, the humanity.
Oh, can you manage?
I think, you know what? I think I'll just about manage.
Yeah.
I'm going to hire Brian Cox as my pool boy. It's going to be awesome.
Another restraining order coming up.
There's so many restraining orders, so little time.
And Neil?
Just a very simple story, really. Some of you may have seen my post last night in the global VIP group. I've had a long, long day doing some technical support on the internet, talking to people who really shouldn't own a computer, and remotely accessing their computers to set some software up. And it had been a long, long day, and I was tired. And my post in the Facebook group said exactly this: just sitting, chilling, watching a bit of TV with a glass of red wine and a jam sandwich. Yes, I know it's weird. My iPad goes ka-ching. I've just made a nice £40 profit. What a nice way to end the day. It's really simple, but that's from a product I listed on eBay probably on Sunday, I think, and somebody decided to buy it. And after eBay fees, PayPal fees and everything else, I earned 40 quid. Not a huge amount of money, but then when you multiply that, I mean, I'd also made 5 other sales previously that day, not with quite so much profit, but you know, what a way to make money. You know, it's kind of this, you do the work once because you'll find a product that you think is going to sell. You list it, somebody buys it, you relist it, and somebody else buys it, and to relist it and place the order takes no more than 30 seconds to relist, if that. 2 minutes to place the order. So, for 2.5 minutes work to make £40 while I'm sitting on the sofa with a jam sandwich and a glass of red wine watching some rubbish on television, I can't think of a better way of making any money, can you?
Fantastic. No, sounds good to me. So, like we said earlier, get back to the person who showed you this video, get involved with the team, get a link, get the information you need, make that decision, step over the line and plug into the training. Again, get on the special hangout next week. It's going to be 9 PM Wednesday night, and I look forward to seeing you all then. Bye-bye for now, and thank you guys.
Thank you. Good night.